This movie was very, very, very freaking weird, but also pretty damn cool at the same time, but also questionable because it feels like there are some things left out of this movie. Um, so together stars actual real life married couple Dave Franco and Alison Brie as Tim and Millie, a couple who moves out to another part of somewhere. I forget where they are. I think they're in New York. Yeah, out I guess like the suburbs of New York. And she becomes like a full time teacher while he's trying to chase his music career. But the unfortunate reality is he's a dick. And she seems super sweet, but for some reason they've been together forever. And the movie, honestly, has one of the most awkward. You can cut the tension with a knife moments when she tries to propose to this man and he just stares at her. And that shit is so awkward, bro. But push comes to shove, they still stay together, they go figure it out. My man cannot get his wood up for nothing with this girl. I don't know what it is about him. So the movie just goes, right? They go for this hike and they end up falling into this cave, which they assume is a cave. And they end up getting infected by, I guess, some parasites or some alien organism. So if you've ever seen this anime called Parasite the Maxim, that's kind of what it reminded me of, but they both get infected and each one is kind of drawn to each other. Body horror is probably my favorite form of horror, but it can be very, very uncomfortable when watching it. That's probably why I like it so much. But what it comes down to is they start, whenever they touch, they stick together. They don't know what the hell, why. And the longer the movie goes, the more it starts to be a thing. Now, the only thing that's weird to me is it affected Dave Franco way more, way faster, way earlier than it did Alison Brie. She seemed fine for a while until she wasn't. And I was like, damn, wouldn't they kind of start working at the same time to get near each other? I guess not. But yes, here or there. Stuff just starts to go down. They get out eventually. And what's so weird is you meet this guy who I believe works at the school with Millie, and he's there next. He's like down the street from them. This dude was off to me from the whole beginning. I was like, something about this nigga ain't right. Then the big moments start to happen when he starts like forcing himself on Alison Brie. And it's like, what the hell is he doing? And I was like, oh, it's the entity inside of him forcing him to get close to her. That's why they were sticking together. So there's so many moments where things start to happen, but then things don't happen. It's a lot of relationship tension between the two of them. They clearly do love each other, but they just are going through whatever the hell. Both Alison Brie and Dave Franco put on phenomenal performances. They both just go, and they're both natural, and it could just be because they're actually together, so it's probably easier to build chemistry between the two. It does raise the bar of like, man, body horror with two people going through the same thing, that's crazy. I do say the weirdest part about the movie is the reveal of what's really going on. And apparently it's this weird, like, alchemist stick together cult church type of people. And that's what you find out. They really fell into like the ceremonial section of when they start merging people together. And it is just weird as hell. But when they finally start to get forced to stick together, that's when shit gets crazy. Because you're like, yo, what are they going to do? How are they going to stop themselves from merging? How does this, and the third go down? That's really the whole plot. Now, to get into this type of movie, I don't really mind going into what happens. It's been all over the internet, but like the parasites or the alien organisms, I guess technically win because they end up being together at the end, but I'm not going to tell you how. So, the thing about this movie is the uncomfortable stuff is what doesn't bother me. It's the fact that it's just kind of like this cult, this church cult that just shows up at the end. I think it's like uh Aristophanes theory and like I said, Rebus and alchemy, where like these things just kind of come together for their beliefs. And that's fine. It just felt like, what the hell? Where are they from? What are they? Who are they? And I might have missed that part in the theater, but it didn't really explain who the hell they were. And they were just doing stuff just to do it. And I will say the practical stuff, the practical effects that they had to deal through was awesome. Like the prosthetics of them being merged together. And apparently Dave Franco and Alison Brie like had to do bathroom breaks together and were stuck together for hours. They must have been miserable because bruh, that does not sound fun at all. And they did a lot of like old school VFX stuff too, which I think is really awesome. But yeah, I mean the movie's pretty cool. It's not terrible, but there was a horror movie that was definitely better than it. I already did a review on it. It's just, I wasn't a big fan of the end, but I kind of liked it because it was different from the substance in a way where, like, the end was like, oh my God, what? Whereas, like, this end was like, yo, bro, that's a real person. Like, that's just an actual real person, and some weird shit just went down however long ago. Sure, whatever. But the one sequence I'll say was like actually terrifying was when Dave Franco goes back down into the sanctuary, for quote back term, like a better terms, and they've been trying to find this couple that's been missing. They find that couple, and it is legitimately disgusting. And I was like, why is this one disgusting, but all the others aren't? Like, why is this gross? But it was cool. And I was like, yo, whoever did that makeup needs a fucking raise. But for the most part, that's probably the coolest part of the movie. Outside of Dave Franco and Alison Brie, like sticking together and trying to unstick together and doing stuff like that, trying to figure out how to prevent it from happening, that part's awesome too. So I would say together's fine. So really have much more to say on the matter. I mean, the movie was filmed, I believe, in about like 21 days. So they got that done real fast. And I think this is the director's like first feature film. So I guess for me, I'll give him like a pass because if this is his first like feature film, then he gets a chance to you know stretch his wings and try. He's clearly got a vision for stuff like this, so I'm excited to see more stuff from him going forward. But anyway, I'm gonna land the plane here. If you made it this far, smash the like button, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.